All right. What do we got? What do we got? He's on, and last one. He's on. Beautiful. Sounds off. Preview windows working. Where's the last one? We'll get this guy up. Move him down here. All right. Let's check this for a second. Quality, check this for a second. Yeah, sweet. We're good. Turn that off. Press play. All right, so, do I want to do base circuits first? I completely forgot. And where move this? Sorry. I literally got this message just as I started. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, so that's working now. Move him down here. Excellent. Hey. All right, let's get into it. Stop stuffing around. You don't press the start button and then stop playing games. All right, so what we got? We're going to jump into a leveling guide. So I want to get everyone's opinion on the leveling guide, and then I want to learn about circuits. So circuits are something that you can use to help maintain your guild base. But I don't know too much about circuits. So if we can watch circuits now, understand how circuits work, then we potentially work on how the guild's going to work. Because one thing that we tested in the last one is you set guild access to everyone. If you can lock out every single box, but if someone goes and uses a piece of equipment to craft something, it will automatically look at the box and take all the resource it needs to craft from that box. But you obviously don't want that to happen. So there's a way to lock out the boxes by using circuits, but I don't know how circuits actually work. So what we'll do first, so I've created a leveling guide, or quick start guide anyway. And then I'm going to also go through this circuit thing. We'll do that first. And then I think if we've got some time, so we'll go through circuits, leveling guide, and then I think the last one actually might be build. I'm just checking my list of things. Yeah, so we might do build. So leveling guide, circuits, and builds. I think they're going to be the main important ones, as far as we know anyway, from what we can and can't do. So let's play this bad boy.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Cuddles R Us. Today I want to go over some base tips and tricks that you guys can possibly
Now this guy's going to tell us about circuits.
to potentially make your bases more organized And, if you're playing with somebody, it makes it a little bit easier if you can just, where all the boxes are for individual materials. So I'm going to go over something that nobody's really talking about at the moment. And since everybody's going to have access to this beta, I want to make sure that this information gets out there pretty quick. So just bear with me. And if you have any questions, leave it in a comment below. I'd be happy to help you out. So first off, we go to the ore refinery, right? So we look at the ore refinery. We can see here we have circuits that we can place these items in. Now, when you're looking at a piece of equipment, your first slot is where it's going to receive its items from. Your second slot is where it's going to put your items out to. So right now I have this set to circuit 1 and I have it set to circuit 8 to essentially that's where all the materials are going to go. So if we look at this box right here, I have it set to receive all materials from circuit 8, but it's also going to let anybody use it in circuit 1. All right, so all the materials that get put here will be open to circuit 1. We could change this if we wanted to say, set this.
So all these materials
here, also going to let anybody use it in circuit 1. All right, so all the materials that get put here will be open to circuit 1.
So all the materials that get put there are open to circuit 1. So the one on the left is in and the one on the right is out. So if you're on a machine, you select circuit 1, it will pull from this box. That's how I'm reading it. Oh, I'm not reading it, listening to it. So, okay, I think I've got it.
This if we wanted to say, set this one.
Because, so if I go to, sorry, and where's this picture that popped up the other day? There's a infographic in regard to circuits. I'm just trying to find it. Here it is. So guild perms, chests with lower tier loot. Chests with lower tier loot. Printer 1. Circuit 2, co-owner perms, chests with higher tier loot. Printer 2. Nah. No, I don't think that's it. Even though it says that. So let's go through this.
One up. Let's say we wanted to set this one up. So where it was we'll go to circuit 2, right? So now it's only going to pull from circuit 2.
So it's got to find inventory at circuit 2.
We can go here and we can put circuit 2. Now
it's both pulling from circuit 2.
It will not.
Did that update? Did it? Hang on.
Only pull from circuit here, and we can pull from circuit 2. And we can go here and we can put circuit 2. Now it will only pull from circuit 2. It will not pull from anywhere else.
See, that's where it gets confusing though. Each machine has its own inventory slots. So the inventory slots that are in that machine stay there and show that. So I wonder, probably does. There's no need to put, because it outputs. So this output thing's interesting to me because he's saying, so say circuit 8, anything that's made in here will get output to circuit 8. But the stuff stays in the machine. I haven't seen it go into a box. Sorry. I should have done this earlier. Where is... So the 5th is taking forever. It is taking forever, the mighty. It is taking forever. But I found a video that's talking about circuits. So I don't know when you just joined in, but apparently, so the way I've seen it is the tab on the left is incoming. Hang on. I posted the wrong link. Copy, Discord. Edit. Delete. I just got it. Yeah, so the circuit on the left is incoming and the tab on the right is outgoing. So apparently, so the circuit, so in the machines, you'll put in where you want the incoming from. So for all your boxes, you set as your outgoing on your box. So the second one on the right, you'll go circuit 1. The machine incoming is circuit 1, so it'll take only from those boxes. But when you're on the machine, apparently you set the second one to where you want it to go. But in a machine, most of the storage, what I saw, stays within the machine. So I'm hoping we see it work.
But for right now, to give you a little idea about how that works, I'm going to go to this box. See, right now I have this box set up, circuit 7, circuit 2. So nobody's going to be able to pull from this box at the moment, because if you press your build button, right, I have plenty of materials and I can build on this, right? So the reason why is because your build materials and your build tool only works on circuit 1. So all of this stuff that you're going to build in your base is going to be on circuit.
Well, that's good to know. So any building materials goes on circuit 1. So default, you can't change it. It's default circuit 1 for building materials, from what this guy's saying anyway.
Circuit 1. So let's switch this over. Let's switch this back. We're going to go here. So if I switch this back to circuit 1, right?
Because that's outgoing.
So now all of the stuff is here. Okay. Now I can build anything I want here. It's free to go. But if I demolish anything, what's going to happen is it's going to go right into my inventory. It's not going to go back to the box that it was originally drawn from. So that's a little something to consider when setting up your base. So you can set up all of your facilities.
So I think from a guild-based perspective, it's worth having a drop box to drop your stuff. And those boxes will just be like circuit 1s, for example. But if there's stuff that you want to keep, take it out and go put it in a box where you've changed the circuits on it. I just realized there's probably a way you can probably cheat the system from a but if you're the leader, you've got access to everything anyway. But potentially if you're a co-owner, you could then change the circuit on a machine. So if someone has a private box and their circuit is 8, for example, if you go change the machine to circuit 8, it's automatically going to go look at their box. So that look, I'm not saying people are going to do that, but I could see that potentially happening.
Facilities to do the same thing. Okay. That's why I put a box next to each one of these. So let's say that this box right here, see how it says circuit 1, circuit.
Yeah, that's one thing I think when I build a base, it is nice to have a box next to the machine because you can't segregate stuff. It's nice to, I think even though the machines look at the boxes, if you want to know how much you got of something, you don't have a total, you need like an inventory list of what's been held in the base. I think that would be nice. Just having like a desk with inventory, go to the desk, inventory, look at the thing you want, and it'll tell you how many you've got, and it'll be segregated across like 12 boxes. The base owner is the only one that can restrict. There's no way to lock guest boxes. As in, I could lock your box if you built. If I own the base, I could lock the box. Well, no, but you can also get into the box. There's no way to lock guest boxes. But I think it's the person who puts the box down always has access as an owner. Is that right?
One, this box is essentially what you're going to have when you start. All right. Everything's going to pull from circuit 1. Everything's going to be released to circuit 1. It's very plain and simple, right? But let's say here we want to set this up. We're going to set this up. It's going to pull from circuit 1. We can have it pull from a different circuit. And that will alleviate some of the issues. But we'll dive into that a little bit later when you get into like higher tier stuff, when you're dealing with a lot of people. Everybody will have their own equipment, have their own circuits to work on, and so forth. So we want it to
That's
output.
good.
Let's say we're going to output to circuit 6, right? So this machine is now going to pull from circuit 1. It's going to output to circuit 6. We set this box up so where it's going to receive from circuit 6 and output to circuit 1.
The fuck?
Which will make it nice
Hang
and
on.
easy.
Do that again. I'm trying to compute this.
We set this box up.
As an electrician, you'd think I'd this would be easy to understand.
So where it's going to receive from circuit 6
So
and output
he's
to
gonna-
circuit 1. Which will make it nice and easy. Like we can make put, let's say.
And so, go back. I think it didn't go back far enough.
Have their own circuits.
So
to work
input.
on and so forth.
So it's input circuit 1.
We want it to output. Let's say.
But this is why would you
output to
Okay,
circuit
output.
6.
Okay,
Right,
so the
this
machine's got to be
is now
circuit
gonna
6 to pull from
circuit
there.
1. It's going to output to circuit 6. We set this box up so where it's going to
Circuit 6.
receive from circuit 6 and output to circuit 1. Which will make it nice and easy.
Okay, you're saying it's going to be
We
talking
can
to
make
each
some
other.
of this stuff, but you know what?
I'm interested to see if he makes something, does it go in that box?
What? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this up. All right. So now that it's full, we see that this is completely empty. We're going to go ahead and make a small fuel cell.
Yeah, but why did he just fill that
We
up?
see that this is completely empty.
Hang on.
Like we can make some of this stuff, but you know what? How about we?
Oh. He clicked on the storage tab.
Which
Interesting, because I've been taking it from the right there. But if he clicks on the storage, it's the
will make it
machine
nice and
storage.
easy. Like we can make some of this stuff, but you know what? How about we do?
Okay, so he's clicked storage, and I believe this is a storage of the machine.
This. Split.
I don't know what he's
What I'm
splitting
gonna
it
do
for.
is I'm going to fill this up. All right. So now that it's full, we see that this is completely empty. We're going to go ahead and make a small fuel cell. All right. So we're just going to craft one. And once it's finished crafting, it will end up in this box.
Will it?
And you can put this box anywhere you want in your base. I'm just putting it right here just so you guys can see it.
So why didn't, when we were
Right
playing the
away,
beta, it didn't go into
you
that
don't have
box?
to run way over there to go get a battery, you know.
I want to play so I
look
can test
here.
it now.
It's right there. So it
Ah.
finished up. That's where it goes. You
Go
can
back to the machine. Show me
essentially
what's
do
in the
this for
machine.
Every output.
Oh,
And
wow.
the reason why you have to fill up all the slots because your overflow goes to your circuit. Now, if you had this completely empty, what will happen is you will stack it up, and then your volume, once it hits max, then it'll pop up to the circuit. But anything that's in here will be
So that's why once it's full, that's why he split the stack. Because yeah, gotcha.
used essentially by circuit 1. So keep that in mind.
The only problem I see is if you leave stuff in the machine, it's still going to use the stuff in the machine. It's not going to look, unless the machine's locked out because it's got its own storage, because it's only pulling from circuit 1. Because I was thinking, okay, well, the machine's got its own storage. So if you get the machine to craft more, No, it probably won't. Might be right.
So water does not follow the same rules. Okay.
Well, great.
There's no real rules to do your water, but there are a couple of things that you should know about your blood extractors, right? So you're in the beta, you're going through and you're like, okay, let me get my
that's what I was thinking, Marty.
Reserves. You can have these water canisters, right? They fill up right 500 milliliters. Okay, that's their storage capacity, but they all stack. You can also
I do like that they stack.
Its max capacity is only 1 milliliter of water.
So you can set up a guild base. We're just going to have to trust people. Trusting people. It depends who we're trusting. I'm just thinking about it because you can set up because you only can set up one input, one output. So I guess the positive is the one thing we did do is when we were testing it the other day, everything was on circuit 1. So it would pull from everything. Like it was a pool of resources. Where I guess if you wanted to, there's a few ways I'm thinking about it. There's obviously some guild boxes where people can just drop shit and they don't care that it's in there. People want to use it, they can have it, they can move on. But there's also the other option where people you'll set up a box. Oh, essentially it's a guild level, you could say. Let's just say it's a building, it's a guild level. Dumb chest at door, 100%. But you'll set guild machines essentially. So put the box similar to that circuit system. So if you want to go grab your stuff from a box and put it into the machine, go for it. So you could have your own box in the base that's set for that person, potentially. Thinking it that way. Well, people will still be able to use the thing, but we're just blocking off the resources for some of the boxes. But if the box next to it, essentially you just have to be good with your resources. Whatever you craft, if you want it, you got to take out a box and take it elsewhere. It's essentially an empty shell of scrap resources people don't need. It's not like Path of Exile. You got a guild box, a guild bank, where all your resources can go in there. So people can come in to start crafting stuff if they need to. If you're bored and jump on one day, you might just start farming just to add to the guild bank. That's what I was just thinking. So they would need to make their own. Well, I guess you could just make your own sub thief and put it nearby just so you could have your own boxes. But can you though? I'm just trying to think, is there a way? No, associate, guild. So you're saying that if you put your box down in my base and I set it to owner, did we test it? Did you put your box down in my base and did you see if you could change the permissions on that box that you put down? Because if you put a box down in someone else's area, I think everyone will need to have their own bases. Oh, yeah, I think everyone should have their own bases for sure. I think that's a no-brainer. But then people can build freely. I don't think we're limited on resources where you need to have one base. I think everyone would be quite comfortable to do their own thing. But at the same time, I think there's something nice about having a guild base for sure. All right, fair enough. All right, yeah. So it's not going to be fully functioning. It's not a fully functioning base, a guild base anyway. But we can we can make it, we can give guild access and just put circuits on boxes. So if, argument's sake, I was to build just like a base, a few machines in there, boxes, and if anyone wants to come past it, they can use it. Or if we had to meet up at a place or whatever, or where spare resources go.
But you can stack multiples of these as well as these. So let's say that you don't have this unlocked just yet and you need to store more water or you want to do more stuff. You can add more purifiers to get more storage space. And what will happen is it'll actually stack on top of here. So let me just show you that.
I wonder
real quick.
If you could speed up the purification by adding another purifier. I guess it does because it's doing 2.
Looks like I don't have any.
This guy built a big base. And this. Oh. I was going to say, is this guy not saying he can't find room to put his that purifier? So there's plenty of room.
Let me grab some salvage metal real quick and then. Oh, no, associate. So, unless you put water as the public, you can access level as of right now that I've seen that I've tested. You can only do their access level requirements.
Yeah, true. I think you're right there, Marty.
Just do associate. You can do guild. You can do public. If you do open this up to the public will be able to draw out as much water as they want. That you cannot stop that unless you put the permissions back to either guild or associate. So keep that in mind. But so we see here now we're at 17 max capacity, 17. So we're gonna go hit those little things. They are.
We know how water works.
Generators. So as you see here, I got a generator here, generator there.
This guy's got more than enough space.
Generators over here.
How many generators does he want?
If I don't want to sit there and fill them all up, right? Just come right over here.
I like how he's put his.
Refill all generators. It gives me the countdown of what.
I like how he's put that up there.
But here's another thing that you can do. You can go here to general.
He's really
settings,
thought about this base design, hasn't he?
Right? If you're not using them, you can just disable these, and they will not take up.
That's a good option.
Power.
I didn't realize that. Disable if you're running out of power.
Right. So now we're not taking up more power. So go in here. Let me.
Yeah. No, I get it. I think we'll figure it out pretty soon.
This, right.
Once we get to end game, I think that's when it's super. Might be important
that we're gonna receive. So you do not have to worry about powering down everything to essentially turn all of your machinery. Or one is you want to make sure that you're. But
no, done.
That's pretty much all.
All right, so what I'm going to do now. Good timing, Marty. I'll take you through the. Let me go to just save it. It's bloody white, isn't it? I should have made it black. Save as a PDF. Close that bad boy. All right. The Dune. Oh, why is that off to the side? Dune Awakening, a quick leveling guide. So I've sat all day, not all day yesterday, or a few hours last night, and then from our discussions the other day, and a bit today. So this is what I've locked in as what I think is I wouldn't say it was the quickest, but it's also the fastest. So that's why it says quick, not quickest. I'm making assumptions by doing leveling as fast as you can. Are you going to get to a point where you run out of intel to research stuff? And are you going to have mats for when you get to a certain point in the game where you're missing out? So, because I know when I was farming, doing iron, for example, and I had to go make some things. It kept asking me for copper, and I only had one copper node outside my base. The copper node itself, yeah, there was just one, but in the starting area, there's a shit ton of copper. So do you grab a bit of copper before you head over? Yeah, well, that's the thing. Can you get steel straight away? As in, and this actually, I'll go through it and I'll show you bits and pieces. I've got a guy who's trying to join the guild. Where are we? Grab him. Where is... If people grab copper when out and about, it should never be a problem. Yeah, I'm trying to think of where it became a problem for me. I'm trying to think of what I was building because it was, unless it was bike parts or something. But yeah, no, it's just for that initial stage, I didn't want to run out of copper. But this is what I put together today. Finally finished it. So let's go through it, and then now I'll get your feedback. You get the live version. So if it's all working, then we'll get I'm going to put it together in a video format. But so first part. So we don't have to read it all. I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to point out the points. First part is unlock the advanced mode, so you don't have to research anything. That's a no-brainer. So you don't need to do lock recommended. And then I suggested 2 classes. Either pick Swordmaster or Bene Gesserit. Is that Bene Gesserit, if that's how you say it? First one, and this is 100% personal preference. The reason why you don't get, obviously, Planetologist or Trooper, because you get them within the first 60 minutes of the game. And then, what's the last guy? What's his bloody class? I can't remember the bloody class. What's it called? I'll move that over there. What's the last class? Oh, Mentat. Oh, yeah, you got me. Is in T2. Oh, is it in the Tier 2 zone, is it? I guess but either way, that one, I didn't feel like it was super beneficial from a leveling standpoint, getting his talents. So first one, Swordmaster, purely because of the knee. What did I have? So the knee charge. So you get the one-hit taps. So if you want to kill people quick, I think the Swordmaster is better for that. And then the Bene Gesserit, he's obviously a lot better, or he or she, depending on what you want to pick, because they get Bindu Sprint. Because the Bindu Sprint is just going to give you that extra speed to get around much quicker. So either one. Which one you prefer? I think those two would be the number 2 classes. So when you get into the game, first thing you got to do. So I have heard. So I was doing a bit of research, looking around, watching some people. Some people have started like on the far left. Now I'm pretty sure I started on the far left, but you do need to orientate yourself and get yourself into a broken stone station. So more of a meeting point. So we can clear out this area. I didn't circle it, did I? Should put a circle around it. Clear out this area so we can get the intel, we can get the first trial, and then we pick up the caves because the EMFs and the paper, I can't remember what they're called, super important. So once we've cleared out this area, got all our bits and pieces, this is where we potentially also, actually I've got to write that down. What were the things that, did I put that down? What did I say? When you spawn, you need to orientate yourself on the map. Broken stone. There's a potential of getting a bike in the beginning, eaten by a worm. Oh, yes. So before you even clear them, there is, so based on what I've spoken to multiple people about this worm thing. Some people are saying that they die straight away in the desert and they get the bike. Some are saying no, they haven't seen it. Some say it took them a little bit longer. Is it going to be in the launch? I don't know. But there is a chance if you get eaten by a worm, you might get a full decked out bike already. So there's reason to just jump in and try to get eaten. Is in general better starting class, but I'm going Swordmaster. Why do you think it's a better class? I'm going Swordmaster because just I feel comfortable with the Swordmaster. The fact that you can knee someone in the face and they're dropped, I think that's a lot better. But I do agree that the sprint is probably going to be beneficial, getting over the desert, getting across the sand. Outside of that, I've seen a lot of people. Now, what ability was it? I was watching, I'll go through it later, but the one that you stun people with, from a PvP perspective, a combo, essentially a combo just to stun it. It was like you use some voice that stuns them, you hit them a few times, then you use your grapple hook, it stuns them again, and then you just wipe them out. So it was clean. Mentat Trooper, hey Atlas. Mentat Trooper. I guess this is early on because Atlas, you can unlock all the classes, but do you mean like from a mastery standpoint? So what did I miss that I potentially missed in here? Highlighter. Gear to get. That's what I was saying. Did I focus on the gear? So there's a potential of getting a bike at the beginning, eaten by a worm. If you're feeling adventurous, go stand in the middle of the sand. Make sure you pick up the scrap and items along the way to make yourself a first set of armor and tools. This is also the perfect time to start your group of maximum of 4. Getting through the game is much easier with a group of 4. So yes, 100%. We'll get the groups together, and if we can get a group of 4, we'll be able to clear it much quicker. I did mention it. Mentat to start, and then go trooper stuff from the class master. Oh, yes, because the trooper's the first one. So yeah, you'll get that straight away. Yeah, so that'd be good. I think that grapple, is it a trooper? Yeah, the grapple, what is it? Shigawai Claw. The Shigawai Claw is very good. First, jumping up mountains, but at the same time, it stuns people. So it has two what's it called? 2 abilities, so it's really good. So things are highlighted here. So once we're clearing this area, we need to look out for the unique rifle schematic. So Aaron's Vengeance, the Sim Cutter. So the Sims Cutter schematic. So it doesn't actually mean we need to craft them straight away, but while you're here, you're going to get them. Spice Infused Dust. That's important. Oh, I think it has copper dust. I was about to write in a PDF. Can't do that. I'm going to have to highlight that. Notes to add. What number is this? 4. Copper dust. But most importantly, so in here, this is where we get the Sandbike Engine Mach 1. So we just need to make sure we get that engine schematic. So when we do make the bike, this is what we're going to make. But to make the engine, we need the the spice infused copper dust. So that's super important. Just to speed things up once we get there. You're going to go Benny G, but like the Swordmaster knee. The Swordmaster knees is good. Like, it is an instant hit. But the problem I don't like with the knee, and this is probably with some of the other abilities, they need to move quicker. Like, as soon as you fly in with the knee, you want to go start hitting with a sword, or you want to pull out a gun and start shooting. There's like a 1 second delay between you finishing that knee, getting down, he sets him, resets, and then you can start again. It needs to be in and start swiping. I think that needs to be there. I don't know if it's that delays there for the PvP aspect, so you're not necessarily get smacked all the time. But you might have to solo start. Wife will be back, so I'll need to coach her through Rush myself. So I'll send her the video, Mighty. Send her the video. I'm more than happy to collect resources so she can start building. The bonus passives are a good mix. The bonus passives are a good mix, Atlas, 100%. I think some of the passives I liked from the Plantologist, but we'll go through. I'm going to go through the classes after the leveling guide. You're going to go Benny G. If you save coin, you can buy your T2 cutter early. I think 3,500. That's actually a good point, Mighty. That's probably a good point from a coin perspective. The problem is I don't necessarily know where the what is it, Solaris? I don't necessarily know. See, I'm a hoarder when it comes to the cash part. So I'm keeping money just in case that comes through. But to that point, it might be beneficial just buying it. So actually, I might write that down as a note. Where did I write that copy thing? Shop items. Because there may be a benefit of just buying over crafting, but we'll see. But I guess the big thing is for some of these unique items that we're picking up, you do need the copper dust. You do need the copper dust. And we're potentially only going to pick it up at a few places. But once we've cleared out this section, we've got our schematics. Hopefully we've got a bike. If we don't get a bike from the worm, then we potentially will get another bike from this outpost here. But the durability is low. Then we head north. And we set up base, a very basic 2x2 base, just so we can put a few things down, like a blood extractor, a few boxes, a fabricator, so we can make our things. There's a blade you can find at the starting area that gathers blood as you attack people, a Clef's Drinker. Yeah, isn't that in I think I've actually written that one down. The schematic you mean, Atlas? Because I got the schematic is it the Shipwreck? Yeah, in the Shipwreck. In the Shipwreck, there's a blade right at the end before you exit. Before you leave the exit in the box on your right. But yeah, no, that blade's very good. Very good. I do like that. But from this guide, you should potentially be able to clear through quick enough till we're going to get to a point where we get to, thanks, Eddie. We're going to get to the next point where you get the next level up, which is can't remember what the blade's called, but I've got it further down in the list. But it's the next unique up that we can get, because this hopefully will get us there quicker. So once we get up to the next section, we plan our base, drop our boxes, we clear. The first thing is we're going to clear the laboratory testing station. Once we clear the testing station, we're going to go up to the plantologist, because you do the testing station first, because you should be able to pick up a whole lot of quest items. So the plantologist is going to ask you to go down and pick up some stuff from down there. You should have already picked it up from the testing station. Go up to the plantologist, pick up the plantology ability, and then you'll be able to start off with, what was it? Oh, you're just starting your passives. From there, we head over, we go see, right, I got it down here. So, craft your bike if you don't have a bike already. So we just did the testing station. If you don't have a bike, then you can craft one now, because this testing station is going to give you all the parts you need. So obviously the mechanical parts and the microflora fiber, so you can create the bike. That's if you don't have one. Then we go to Griffin's Reach Trading Post, handing in quests that you've picked up, because you do pick up a lot of items. You should be able to complete a lot of quests. So it's all contracts. See the Trooper Trainer. And then once you've done the Trooper Trainer, we head over to the Shipwreck, making sure we're picking up along the way the caves or the outpost. Just for the intel, where the yellow star is as well is a buggy or broken down buggy or something like that. You can turn that into scrap for plate armor. So you can definitely pick that up right there. So don't miss that one. You're obviously going to need a cut array for that one to pick that up. So once you've done that, so you've gone up, hit here, gone left, come over to the right, over the right again, did the Shipwreck. You'll pick up all these parts, advanced servox, particle capacitor. And then once you've completed that, I've just highlighted the micro sandwich fabric and the EMF generator, just because they're in the caves, super important as well. Once you've completed the Shipwreck, you need to do the Trooper quest. And the Trooper quest sends you off to kill 3 mobs, all in these locations where I've marked the contracts. So that won't come up like this. So the first one will be on the left here. As soon as you clear and kill this person, that cave, this one will open, you clear the person, that cave, and then come down here, you'll clear the cave down here, and then you'll be able to head back. Now, the option is on the way back, you can essentially do all that again because everything will spawn again. So if you want those mats and you want to go through it and get the mats, go for it. You hit the shipwreck, hit the outpost, the caves, the armor again, the testing station, you should be good. But you do have to go back, unfortunately. Once you killed these 3, you do have to go all the way back to this area. What's it called? Griffin's Reach, to hand in the trooper quest. I thought when I was going through this the other day, I thought you may have been able to do the trooper quest and pick it up without having to go back, but you have to go all the way back. So you do need to do that path, unfortunately. You can also do bottom of the map on way back as an option. Yeah, that's an option. You definitely. We've got caves. What do we got? We've got. Let me have a look. So I guess the options are, because you probably pick up these caves as you're doing the quest, but essentially you're doing 3. Because if you're wrapping around this way, you're probably doing 3 caves versus potentially the caves may have spawned. I doubt they would have, but versus a shipwreck. Yeah. Depends what you got. Yeah, you might be right. 3 caves versus shipwreck, I think. I guess that's a trade-off. I did a loot for all the intel. Oh, the loot for what you did the whole thing. Definitely coming back. So this is definitely just showing the quickest. So this is not clearing everything in any way. But yeah, I guess that's a trade-off probably to be discussed. What's best is, is this better or going back to the shipwreck, is that better? No, you skipped him at the start. Fair enough. But yeah, for the quickest way, I guess that's optional, is just heading back straight to the trooper trainer and picking him up. So once you've done that, you've finally cleared that area. You grab everything from your base, everything that you can carry anyway. Here's a list of important things that you can carry to hopefully that you can carry. Any spice-infused dust, all the shipwreck, the testing station, and the cave items that you picked up. Very important. Obviously, any money, don't throw any money away. But yeah, grab all that stuff. If you can, you got it, because we're leaving the base behind. Now we head north. Now, I'll peel up this map again. Actually, I'll pull this over here so I can put this over here so I can read what's going on. I should have done it this way in the first place. Oh, I've got a pen too. Yeah, where's my pen and paper? Not pen and paper. Where's a pen? Pull him up. Okay, so now we're going north. So we hit, we've got this area, this one, and trial number 2. We don't need to do this shipwreck because it is very small. There's not much in there at all. Cause to skip this car, Dew Reaper MK2's 2,900 and cutter is 26. That's not bad. So depending on how much money we have, we definitely need to have a look to see if it's worth buying. I think they're at the anvil, so you have to go to the anvil to buy them. We do need to make the basic ones. One thing I didn't put in the guide is just making those basic tools, but then I'm hoping that's just a given. You do need to make those basic tools as you can. But yeah, so as soon as we finished that first area, we did all that, we head straight up there on our bike, hopefully. Do these 3 areas and the testing station. So we get the sand compactor, get 2 lots of intel, and more EMFs as we go. This one's pretty easy to explain. Now, there is a testing station on the far right. Now, if you want to go there, you can. I've completely left it out of the guide just because there's a buggy you can scrap and there's schematics for a set of gear that you can get. But for the effort to run all the way across there and then run all the way back, for what you're getting, I didn't see the value in it. You eventually come back at another time, but for time's sake, we've cleared this area. And as soon as we've cleared that area, so we've cleared this, run straight through here, picked up all these caves. We stop off at the anvil. We get the outpost for the intel. So look, all these caves that you can hit. Now, while you're here, there is a potential of getting, and let me just double check what it is, because here is the Knight Rider Sandbike Boost. Now, just to give you an idea what that is, do I still have that same? I don't think I have that page open. Have I closed it? Get a Discord. Helpful links. Dune Awakening database. That's the one. We'll close them. And database items. Tier 2. Unique. And this one. So the Knight Rider Sand Bike Boost. So if you want to get the schematic for this, this will be in this area that we're currently looking at. So as you've come up, hang on, pressing multiple buttons here. So as you're coming up from here and you hit all these spots, now I'm not 100% sure which box it's in, but you can get the schematic for that boost. I'm pretty sure you can buy it as well from here, but it is $16,000. So if you're at $16,000, go for it. But while we're here, we're just going to clear this. You got 2 lots of intel, a whole lot of EMFs and paper. And then wasn't meant to do that. And then from there, we're going to head straight up. Moving across. Finish this area and move straight up to there. And we'll put our base somewhere in that vicinity. Now, I don't know why I made my pen so big. So we can hit the outposts, we can get the intels, we can get the testing station, and then we've got the iron. So we've got more than enough iron. This is where we stop and we create a base and we build all the bits and pieces that we need to move forward. Now, the biggest and most important part now is, get out of there. It's not the most important part. Sorry, I missed. Once you have built your base and you've got everything sorted, go down, do your trials, so your 3rd and your 4th trial. There's a spread between them, so it's probably best just do your 3rd first. You got no choice. Do your 3rd, and then hit these other spots while you're here. Do this one. You only need to do this once for intel because there's nothing special here. So just hit that once. You don't have to come back to it again. Once you've done that, you can probably do a loop. So hit there, hit here, hit here, hit here, drop anything you got back. So you come pretty much around up here, essentially doing a circle, drop everything off, craft anything you need, and then unless you're speed running things, you can go from 3rd to 4th. Then you probably go over and do 4th again. It's just that you have 2 options. So when you get to the end, and regardless, you have to do 3rd and 4th testing, trainings, what is it called? Bloody trial, 3rd and 4th trial. You can essentially skip anything in this area because the next area is going to be open. So if you just want to go venture into the next area after you've done the 3rd and the 4th, that is an option. However, we don't necessarily know what our options are. So it's either go do that or, like I said, do that loop that I said, pick up the 3rd, run around, then go do the 4th. Now, if you're going to stop in this section and you just want to gear up a little bit before you move into steel or anything like that, you can do a loop because all the good items for the game are in here, in here, in here, in here, in here, and here, and up here as well. You do not need to touch this section, or this section after you've done them. Obviously, they've got intel and stuff you can pick up. Hey, Denny, once base is up to the top left corner, where's the closest gathering areas? In regard to outside, do you mean? Or closest gathering areas as in where the base is? Because we've got an iron deposit there, or works there, and iron works just there. So this is a good spot, and it also gets you ready so you can venture out. So as soon as the next area is open, you're here ready to go. But realistically, get out of that, clear that. You don't need to stay here long. You're essentially moving in, so you're getting yourself set up. Just in general. Yeah, just in general, there's stuff everywhere, Denny. You just look around, you just walk out and it'll be there. So overall, just the quick one. So we start here, clear this area out. We move up, clear this area out, move over to the shipwreck. Then we do the trooper quests. So 1, I think it's 2, and then 3. So we do them. Now, to Mighty's point, you can just go straight back. Oh, well, at this point, you can go straight back to the trooper. I'm going to go green for this one. So you can, from here, yeah, you can go straight back to this trooper and miss everything again. Or if you want to, you can go this way, pick up these caves that you haven't picked up, come back here, do these again, back that way. Or you can go back and do the shipwreck and the testing station again to pick up more mats. That's the hard part. Just because we don't know how many mats you need, you potentially don't need that many. But at the same time, if you want to feel comfortable, or what can you carry? Because you might just have too much on you already. Because we're not necessarily spending a lot of time down the Hagar Basin South. I think that's, and sorry, I did put that. I think I did put that in the guide. So when you put, I missed it because I wasn't reading. I'm just going off by the top of my head. When you build your base up here, that's where you also stop and probably do. You build your base, but you build up your water resources. So anything from the blood, the water, anything like that. You just need enough to craft green armor. Yeah, I'm hoping you get enough from here. On one run, and I did the calculations. Actually, where did I put it? It's in Excel. Yeah, so you'll get, I forgot to put the names. But yeah, essentially you get about 50 of each. 50 each of the parts that you need. So I've got to double check to maybe see the crafting, but it should be enough. But yeah, if you're not feeling confident, you can definitely go pick up, like I said, if you do a second run on the way back, you definitely will have enough. So I don't know if one run will do it, but yeah, from there, coming back, doing him, you'll definitely get more than enough. And then you have the bike parts as well. So you have the bike parts. The good thing about having all the bike parts is that there are some quests that you need to hand in stuff. But as I was saying, because I got distracted. So we start off down Hagar Basin South, come up, do this area, shipwrecked, the quest for the trooper. I personally would probably like to hit that again, back again. Once you've completed the trooper and you've handed it in, we go straight up here, clear that area. We don't touch the shipwrecked. We don't touch the training testing station. We go straight up, clear out this area, speak to anyone at the anvil, pick up any contracts because, as you know, you essentially clear contracts along the way. Then we go straight over and build our base. So that's the goal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So hopefully a few hours you got that done, all sorted. The boss to respawn. Oh, which boss? The boss isn't the main one because what I did, one thing I did, I was at one point, I'd do that. I actually did this 3 times. I just went back and forth. I didn't touch either of them. I just went between the testing station and the shipwreck. And the boxes would spawn. I think the boxes are the main thing that we're looking for. But overall, I think that's it. Oh, so yeah, once you've finished, you got the base and you're up there, you have two choices. Choice one is head out here. Option two is do a loop. And this is what I was saying. The only areas that you need to target, and you essentially can do this loop because the items that you do get, and as I was just saying before, right at the beginning, is that knife that you're talking about, that blood knife. It is Scipio's a drinker. Let me get that one up. Do I have it? Delete that. Items. Scipio's drinker. So right up near your base, so you're already there. Is it better than the previous one? 19.4 damage as well. For the trooper quest, he had been killed when I first got there. That's actually a good point. Yes, imagine you get there and he's already killed. That'd be annoying. Look, they spawn pretty quick, but it's probably about 5 minutes in between. Because I know just going through the outposts, yeah, someone may have cleared it. But hopefully it's not a 10, 15, 20-minute timer. That would suck. And everyone's going to be rushing it too. And he doesn't take much to kill him. What if there's a lineup? No, there can't be a lineup. There's only 40 people on the server. That's if there's 40 people. If the server's full, there might not be 40 people on the server. However, yes, so the Scipio's a drinker. The other one, what was it? Those medium blood bags, and what was that blood bag called? The medium blood bags are pretty good. I'm not saying go get this one. You might pick it up because if you're going to farm that circle, you might pick it up anyway. But because everything is down in that section. So it doesn't tell me how many slots it holds. But like I said, everything there's a lot in this area. If you're not going to do that circle and do that loop, at least, and like I said, it's hard to tell what the next set of gear is, but this area right here is got so much stuff from a schematic standpoint. But at the same time, the iron dust is there, here, all up there. So that big loop is important if you're not moving straight into steel. Yeah, everyone's going to be doing it. Well, look, if there's 40 people, and everyone's in a group, that's 10 groups. 10 groups times 5 minutes. Worst case scenario, you might be there for an hour. But we know it doesn't work that way. But solos aren't necessarily going to be there straight away. It's only bad if we've got 40 solos with a 5-minute spawn. Let's just say a 10-minute spawn. 400 minutes, whatever that is. You might be there for a few hours. But no, I think it'll be fine. I wonder if you get a hit on it. I don't know actually how that works. If you got to get last hit, or do you have to tag it? I don't know. Yeah, how do mobs work to make sure you get the kill? That'll be an interesting one. So that's that. That's the leveling guide. So I've got that in. So that's in the Discord now. What did I need to update? It was only copper dust. I think I selected. I'll probably read it over again in the morning before I do the final take on it, and then look at the shop items. It'd be good to understand what's in the shop. We'll need to see how tags work. Just tag. Hey, silly goose. Love the name. So you're saying, you're confirming it's just a tag? Or like first hit, or you just got to get a tag on it? Because they die quick too. Like, they're not difficult. I don't know further in the game if NPCs get more difficult, because obviously you got the third house that you fight against. But at the moment, I'm not seeing these guys to be super difficult. When you get 2 or 3 mobs in you, that's when it sort of gets a bit hairy. But when you come into a mob for the first time, it's got a different ability. It's a bit different, but all right. Last thing we were going to do is, where did I put him? This guy. Let's see. So this is one thing I haven't done yet. So we know how circuits work now. So circuits, you should be like level 17, 21 by the end of the run. Yeah, you level pretty quick because each level is like 600 XP. The story quests don't give you that much XP, but if you pick up things for the first time, you get like 200 XP. Killing people, you obviously get XP there. So the killing part definitely gives you a fair bit of XP on the run. But yeah, the question is, and one thing I can't calculate, would have been sitting here forever, but research points. Making sure you got enough research points. If you don't have enough research points, you know what you'd have to do. You just have to go get more research points. You think you prefer the other skill builder over this one? What's the other skill builder in the site that I was in? Yeah, send us a link of the other skill builder. I'll have a look if you've got another skill builder. I like this one. It just looked nice. It's not sponsored yet. But so I'm waiting for silly goose to see if they got a skill builder. I'm interested. So where do we start? Start with the Bene Gesserit, because I haven't gone through all of these yet. And the other one that I'm interested in is what is it? They're not called factions. You specialize in something. It was on the other website. I've got too many websites open. Oh, Skill Builder. This one. See, I didn't use this one. Link in Discord. Is it this one? I'll take that as a yes. The lag. I haven't used this one. How does this work? Oh, yeah. Yeah, sweet. Oh, you can copy in the build and everything too. So, look, I don't know how difficult it's going to be to get the 200 points, because obviously you can just max out everything with the 200. You can get 200 points. That's not an issue. It's just a matter of how hard is it to get there and how much you got to grind. So starting off, I'm going to be Swordmaster. So I'm going to start Swordmaster. And let's build. So I think straight up is the knee kick. The knee charge is just a one-tap wonder for sure. Yeah, I did see that XP chart. Where is it? It's a good site. It's not as the most friendliest user interface. It's clean, but yeah, it's got the most information. Yeah, it's crazy. 600's nothing, which is good. And then after playing the beta, things changed because I built this character out prior to starting. One ability I got, which was absolutely terrible. I'm sure it'd be good in certain situations, but the Eye of the Storm. You pirouette with your blade, becoming a whirlwind of piercing damage that cuts everything around you. While seamlessly chaotic, the Swordmaster maintains calm, the eye at the heart of the storm. Now, to give you an idea of what this looks like, I can show you exactly what this looks like. Where is home? So if I go to, I'm signed out. That's why I can't find it. Like, what's it signing me out for? Now I've got to put my bloody authenticator in. I think CapCut bloody no good. It's telling me Google's found suspicious activity on my account. All right, YouTube. Shorts. Was it this one? It was sound. There you go. Oh, fuck. That is the whirlwind. Oh, fuck. I think I got one hit mark on him. Oh, fuck. The guy didn't even move. It looks pretty. Oh, fuck. But yeah, terrible. Hey, Zamox, how you going, buddy? Hey, Major. Welcome, welcome. Crippling Strike is good. Where was Skill Builder? Was that one? Didn't get to test this one. So you move in striking at a low angle to cut the enemies below the knees. For a while after being hit, your enemies are slowed and their dashes require more stamina. While not the most honourable of attacks, the Swordmaster understands that there's a difference between a duel and a war. Abilities must be equipped, activated. Yep, gotcha. Long cooldown, 20 seconds. That's a big one. Duration, 7 seconds. Eco has a new vid with tips. I don't even know who Eco is, our Moxes. Do you reckon, watch it, do you think worth, how long is it? 6 minutes, 6 minutes. Is it worth watching now? Because I'm going through the skill builder, but if you think it's good enough, then we'll go through it. Or I can watch it when I go to bed. The guy who went beyond the wall. Beyond the wall and where? Actually, I don't know who it is, our Moxes. Worth it? Yes, all right. I'll bring it up.
With the open beta of Dune Awakening, I was able to learn so much, and I'm going to share with you guys today all the things I wish I knew day one going into the game. I first want to start off by thanking all the new subscribers to the channel, and I want to assure you guys that this is going to be the go-to Dune Awakening YouTube channel to see everything you want to see about the game. We also just finished up our 2 Dune Awakening game giveaway. If you didn't win in the current giveaway, that's alright, because there's going to be more in the future, and we actually have another Discord Nitro giveaway going on right now in our community Discord server. I'm probably also going to give away another copy of Dune Awakening. If you want to be a part of that, just join the community Discord with the link in the description below. And if you want to be eligible to win, make sure your wings are flapping. And while they're flapping, start here. As you can see right now, footage for the last 50 seconds, we'll go ahead and start here. As you can see right now, my ornithopter wings are flapping, and while they're flapping, they're actually consuming fuel. While flying an ornithopter, you can go into something called vulture mode. By pressing shift once, your ornithopter will go into a glide, and your wings will stop flapping. Not only can you tilt your camera angle down to gain a lot more speed than you could if you were just flying, but you also are not consuming any fuel. And on top of that, you can do some insane maneuvers. Another cool thing, which I call the dolphin, is if you tap your control every so often, you can gain even more momentum. Next up is efficiently mining ore nodes. Obviously, you'll have your cutter ray.
So that was the copter. So essentially hold shift and you don't use fuel. But how much fuel? I'd be carrying fuel on me multiple, so I can fly across the whole entire map.
And even more momentum. Next up is efficiently mining ore nodes. Obviously, you'll have your cut array, and whenever you scan it, you'll see a line appear on the node. You want to trace that line with your laser because it gives you max efficiency rather than just cutting it and mining it from anywhere. Whenever you go to loot a chest...
Sal Moxes, you said these were tips. I learned that. I learned that as soon as I walked in the game. Yeah, silly. It's good. It's good. It's definitely worth getting. What's the best base location? DVD. I wouldn't say the best. I can't tell you what the best is, but what we're suggesting, we just had that on the screen. Was this one? And let me just pull up. The best location that we're saying is, where's the bloody map? We're saying up here. Top left, Western Vermilius Gap. So the problem is you can't just go there and build a base because you got all this stuff down here to do, and you got some stuff here that you need to get done because you need to do the trial here. You got to do the trial here, and then you got to do the trial here, and then you got to do the trial there. So, but to set yourself up for success, we're saying this big area at the top is number one. Delete. Oh, the copter. Sorry. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, no, it does look fun. I'm looking forward to it.
You can actually just walk up to it and spam spacebar to quick loot everything one at a time.
Yeah, I think spacebar works so much better.
All at once. You gain intel by leveling up naturally, but if you go and loot most NPC camps, you'll see a green hologram that you interact with, and it'll give you intel. When looting the crashing ships, there's 3 different compartments you can loot.
I didn't do one of these just because I was too scared of the sandworm.
You always want to start off with the port bow compartment because it contains the best loot. You scan it with your cut array, quickly loot it, and then jump to the top of the ship. And that fast loot thing I taught you before works.
Holy smokes. You're kidding. What is that? Don't even know what that is. I think it's an area that this is going to drop though. Whoa. I did not once touch the down ship. One dropped right in front of me, but I was too scared. Yeah, it comes away. He comes very quick.
Like this as well.
Yeah, and go back. Let me slow this down for a second. Playback speed.
Thing I taught you before.
Oh, I did. That was even too quick. Industrial pump. There's a few uses of industrial pumps on a planet as dry as Arrakis, but the Harkonnens do utilize them in their spice refining operations.
On everything like
fuel cell. Irradiated slag, a looted component used in crafting found in irradiated core in the Sheol.
Well,
okay. Oh, the actuators. That's one thing I forgot to mention in my guide. We need actuators. They're very important. Actuator. You only lose a small one from Rex. Didn't know about the other two. Yeah, this is why I was saying you don't need to hit camps that much. Lots of down ships nearby. But really?
Only in a sandbike. It's a race against time. So you literally have to loot and skew.
We should watch videos like this more often.
Next panel is right here on the very top, and it's right in the middle. And again, you want to trace it with the right click of your cut array, and then left click to laser it out. I didn't end up looting the third.
So I wonder, do you still get eaten by a worm if you're on top? I think you would, wouldn't you? Wow.
Container because.
Whoa.
I was on a sandbike and I really had to get out of there before the worm breach. But it's located on the starboard side about mid-ship. And it's a fairly large container about the size of the one on the roof. If you ever need quick water, get caught by the Sardaukar because they drop 4 NPCs on you that are pretty easy to kill and you can get all the stuff you need. If you're ever out playing and realize you forgot...
What?
And realize you forgot something small and you can get all the stuff you need.
So he's saying get
NPCs on you that are pretty easy to kill, and you can get all the stuff you need. If you're ever out
Water.
playing and realize you forgot something small like welding wire, binoculars, respawn beacons, or bandages, or anything like that, don't forget you can just craft that stuff right on your player. Also, when you're cutting open ship doors or anything like that, be sure to just use a basic cutter ray. Don't use your big one, because not only does it ruin durability, but it's also making you slower because it's so much larger. Whenever you're going out and farming your entire vehicle's worth of storage, you do not have to hand pull it from your vehicle and take it to a chest. As long
okay. So what? Oh, you can. Hang on. I wanted to know if this worked.
do not have to hand pull it from your vehicle and take it to a chest.
Are you
As
kidding?
long as your vehicle's in the proximity of your fief, you can actually access it in the top
Oh,
left menu
you're
right here.
kidding.
Just select the drop down, your vehicle, and then from there you can access the inventory and then just drag it into any chest you want. You can actually give
Wow.
permissions to any of your friends from anywhere on the map. Just open up your friends list, select your friend who you want to edit, and then click edit permissions. And then from here you'll see a list of
I didn't know that
you're
about the
either a
bike.
co-owner or an owner of, and you can actually give them the perms that you want. If you press T on your keyboard, it'll pop up the time and the location in the top right. For optimal dew harvest time,
Yeah, that's
you wanna
cool.
farm the bar right before the blue box on the game clock. Though it is possible to harvest all throughout the night, you just won't get as big of a return. If the game clock just randomly appears in the top right of your screen without you pressing T, that means it's actually optimal harvest time right now. A lot of people are terrified to run or drive across open sand because they think the worm is going to eat them immediately. But you have a lot more time than what you really think. The worm will always breach at least once before it attacks you. And depending on which breach it does, because it has two, one that's fast and one that's slow. If it does the slow breach, that is 15 extra seconds that you have plenty of time to get out of there. The fast breach is about 3 to 5 seconds, so that one's a little more sketchy. But regardless, you have a little more time than what you
I
think,
never
and
did
this
that
goes
grappling
towards
hook on the
crafting
ground.
shields as well. Always remember that your shield activates the worm almost immediately, so never run on open sand with your shield on. I plan on doing a really in-depth video for the circuit system for you guys, but for now you get a still frame and my cliff notes on how it all works. For starters, you have these two boxes up here that have circuits 1 through 8, meaning you can have up to 8 different inputs and outputs. The left box is your input, the right box is your
That's another point. If you got more than eight machines, because we were talking this earlier, we're going to do 8. What's it called? We're going to do a circuit per box per machine, but thinking about it, you can only do 8 machines. Yeah, you can only do up to 8 machines.
your output. So say you want all your ingots to go to a certain chest after being smelted in your ore refiner, you would first want to go to your refiner and set the output to whatever circuit you want, remember 1 through 8, and then you would want to go to the chest that you want all your ingots to be exported to from your refiner and set the input of that chest to match the export circuit of your refiner. And remember, any input chest that is matching your export chest of your refiner will get filled with ingots. You can have as many as you want. This works the same way with any refiner or fabricator in your entire base. The only thing that's kind of annoying is your refiners and your fabricators actually have a built-in storage. And what the game does is try to fill that storage before it actually exports it to where you actually want it to go. So a workaround for this is just clog the storage of your fabricator or refiner with like 1 Solari per box. That way there's
That's
no
a good
storage
idea.
to export
I
to,
actually
and
like that
it'll go
idea.
to the chest where you actually want it to go. Some trade posts actually have free sand bikes inside the little garage. All you have to do is walk up and claim them. Some NPC camps even have free buggies. Most of the time they're pretty run down, but it's still a free vehicle. After you survey a region, you actually get a new menu that showcases every single place that you have or haven't visited. One of the biggest tips I can give you is to always VBT your vehicle, which stands for Vehicle Backup Tool. And this is especially important during PvP. When you finally get an ornithopter, you can actually give people a ride by surfing on the roof of your vehicle. Whenever you open your map, you can actually hit L on your keyboard to open up the legend menu. This shows you exactly where every resource can be found in what region. And the last tip I'm going to give you in this video is never, ever, ever touch the electric worm. Now, I'm not going to tell you what happens if you do. You'll just have to figure it out yourself. If you
Wow.
learned at least one thing in this video, that deserves a thumbs up. And if you learned anything more than
Sure,
two,
I did learn
can tell
something.
you what
I did learn
happens if you
something.
touch. I'm going to give you
But what did he just say? This is one thing I forget to do. Pressing L to see you bring up the legend. So who was asking before? What server are you playing on? So I'll be playing on a Sydney server, Juggernaut. But don't know. Depends what's released. I was asking about resources earlier. Well, I guess whoever's asking about resources earlier, then press L in game, and at least you'll be able to see where some things are. The other things are the tools you can get. So you can get the scanners that you can scan everywhere, and then it'll pretty much highlight. They're actually very good. They're very good. Yeah, look, Zamox is not a bad video. Not a bad video. Definitely good for new people. Look, I learned 2 or 3 things there, which is good. Yeah, definitely quality of life things saw. Oh, you played on Sparta. What did we play on? Yeah, we played on Sparta. So we were on Sparta too. But actually, I can see on the Discord. We were on Discord announcements. Gara Kulon. So the world was Sparta. The siege was Gara Kulon. Out of all of them. No, it was good. It was good. All right. So before I go to bed, I want to jump. I want to get. Oh, I might not finish it because I'd like to read it all into this. But where'd that ability go? Crippling strike just disappeared. Do I have to refresh it? Yeah, he's back. He's back. I want to try and knock out something, and then we'll refine it. I'm a big fan of passives. Passives are massive for me. They're just so easy. You don't need to do anything. It just gives you an extra buff. It's really good. I usually also look at the tops just to determine, okay, which ones are going to be tickle my fancy. When we get there, that is. So precise parry. When your blood is infused. Oh, sorry. There's also PvE and PvP builds, obviously. What's the Discord info? You guys in a guild? I reached level 60 in beta. You reached level 60 in beta. That is insane, Juggernaut. That is... I think I reached 30 something. So you must have played every day. Definitely cleared all the camps. We are in a guild, so we are recruiting. So if you do want to join us, mate, we've got a few spots left. Are you in a guild? Hang on, let me just. Do I have Discord links down below? Clock 61 hours played. Unfortunately, no life at Juggernaut. There's only one way to do it, and that's the best way to do it. But if you want to know what our Discord is, if you're looking for it, where is it? Discord.gg. Oops. Oh, you can't put links? Oh, either way, it's Shiprekt. Go to Discord and type in Shiprekt. Shiprakt. Oh, error, try again. Why is it telling me error, try again? Why am I the one getting the error? Oh, because it logged me out. No, treaties, Juggernaut. Are you going Harkonnen, are you? That's disappointing. Move this around. I was going to say, you can come to the... what are you going? Are you going Harkonnen? Yeah, I'll chuck in the description. Maybe next one. You're going to get there quick, Juggernaut, with 61 hours in. You should come over to their treaties. Come over to the treaties. We've got a spot waiting for you. What am I looking for? All right, let's stop. I'm going to stop screwing around. Let me have a look at this. All day, every day. Fair enough. So, Swordmaster. I'm going Swordmaster. We're hitting knee charge straight up. Off the bat. Deflection. Your entire defense stance deflects darts that are fired at you. The ability lasts as long as your stamina holds out. Abilities must be equipped, activated by your ability. It's not a bad ability. So you come up with the guys with machine guns. It's definitely worth having deflection. I used deflection. It was good. It worked actually quite well. Hey, James, is this NA server or EU? So no, the server I play, James, is in Sydney, so Australia. But this game is on is across global servers. Oh yeah, Juggernaut, you said you were on you said you were on the Sparta, didn't you? Passives. So as I said, love passives. I'll smash one knee charge and just hit passives all day long. But I do like the defensive abilities. And this is where I did like the Swordmaster, just because when you're getting shot and stabbed at the same time, as long as you're not stupid and don't get in the action, you're pretty good. You don't necessarily need these early on. Queensland, beautiful. It's going to be like State of Origin. I'm in Sydney. They have a server map somewhere, do they? Really? Is that the server map for the game, or was that the server map for the beta? I did see a server map. So first passive. You learn the difference between the cut and the slice, the point and the edge. You do more damage with the bladed weapons. So it's additive. And it's just an extra 5%, regardless of what blade you have. So on this passive itself, you can get up to 15%. I'm silly. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of Mentat. A lot of people saying Mentat, and they like the turret. Dance of Blaze. Defeating an enemy with a blade empowers your next attack with the blade for a brief second. The skilled Swordmaster dances between opponents, keeping their damage high. So unlock tree at the basic Swordmaster trainer. I'm interested to know how much damage the Dance of Blade actually does. See, the thing with me is you got to have enough people. At the moment, you get 2 or 3 mobs at a camp. For Dance of Blades to be something you want to run constantly, is you need to kill someone with a blade, which you can do, and then charge to the next one and kill them with a blade as well. Or hit them with a blade. It's a matter of, is that what you want to do, or is it not what you want to do? 9 zones or so. Oh, you got the map of the whole basin. That's good. Disruptor, a lot of people saying they like the Disruptor. I didn't mind the fire rate, the Disruptor. I just didn't feel that punch the Disruptor gives. Then Retaliate. You enter a heightened state of awareness, and when next attack is melee, you parry and counter attack with a savage reposit that bleeds and damages your enemy. Weapon damage 120%, bleed 4, and goes for 6 seconds. Does this Retaliate stagger the enemy at all? I guess you get the parry off, which is good. The thing is, because when you parry in the game, it does give them a stagger regardless. So I guess this would be by default they get the parry with Retaliate. You combine Dance of Blades with Inspiration. Where's the Inspiration? Who's got that one? Give me a semi-shotgun with drill rounds. Yeah, the scatter guns. I personally like the scatter guns. They're my favorite. It was mostly so I don't have to melee. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people just don't like the melee, do they? There's a Swordmaster skill, right hand tree. It's cleave or ankle cleave. I forget name, but it can one shot up to 3 enemies. Up to 3 enemies? What, the crippling strike? Oh, inspiration. There's inspiration. You inspire yourself and your companions to greater heights, increasing the damage of melee attacks. Abilities must be equipped and activated from the ability bar. This is a good one. I do like this one. 25% blade damage from your first level. That I do like inspiration. I didn't touch it, but I do like it. So you're saying, so how does this one work? So you move in, striking at a low angle to the cut. So is this like an AoE? So everything in front of you? I think the other thing is it's not often that you get 3 mobs in front of you. Grip strike was powerful. Your enemies, they're slowed and their dashes require more stamina. While not the most honourable attacks, the Swordmaster understands that there's a difference between the duel and a war. So damage 50. Dash cost multiplier, duration. I think the big one for me is definitely the slow from a PvP. I guess, look, if you're saying the damage is high, then that's good to know. You can run a full blade build and chain kill people. That would be nice. So it's like a cone. Okay, fair enough. I might try that. So from a... See, a lot of people don't go to the defensive when there's so many attacking abilities. You naturally go towards attacking before you go to a defense. You know what I need to do as well? I need to turn on when someone subscribes, because it's currently telling me 299 subscribers, and I was like, oh, well, I've missed 4 subscribers, so I can't say thank you. So apologies if you've subscribed. 299, not bad. You're about to hit the 300 mark. Love it. Disciplined breathing. When you focus on your technique and breathing, you can recuperate your stamina reserves more quickly. Nah. Did anyone have a problem with stamina? Was stamina an issue for anyone? Optimize hydration. Your body knows how to make optimal use of water, so you have additional stamina reserves when well hydrated. So this doesn't give me water, it just gives me more stamina. Might be good in the fight, but I just can't recall stamina being an issue. And then field medicine. You recover more health immediately when using health kits due to the excellent conditioning. This one's important. I did use health kits. I think bandages, I crafted them all the time. It was often used. But you're saying we're going, they're both, Can you go back down? Yeah, I'm just going to try this. Oh, no, it broke it. Oh, shit. Oh, no. I've just broken their website. We'll just refresh it. Skill builder. Home. Skill builder. Damn. Oh, hang on. Swordmaster. So we had... Why is it going away? I do like the field medicine. We're going crippling strike. We want the blade damage. There are abilities that use stamina. Reset the top left. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Reset. Gotcha. I don't know what... it probably doesn't make any difference, but it annoys me when I can't see the icon. So going that way. What was this one? General conditioning. Your extensive physical training has increased your maximum stamina. Geez, because the way is a lot about stamina, isn't it? And then when your blood is saturated with a melange, is that how you say it? Melange? You see multiple ways in which to damage your enemies. After using any Swordmaster ability, your next strike will strike twice, reflecting 2 possible versions of the future converging into a single spacetime. I don't mind that. It's a passive. Shit, yeah. 100% we want that one. And then desert conditioning. You've trained yourself to deal with the rigors of the desert, decreasing your max stamina loss while dehydrated. So look, we're picking up. I'm not touching the middle. I don't care for the middle. But you're saying that we want to recover stamina. I guess I need to start using stamina before this becomes an issue for me. Don't go away. It's like I click on them and they just delete themselves. What if we No, that didn't work. And then we've got the blade damage. I didn't like Dancer Blades. Like like I can see the benefit in it, but it's requiring me to have a certain play style. Like I've got to kill people with a blade, which I potentially will, and I probably will, but it's forcing me down a play style. So I'm not going to put it there just yet. And then retaliate, enter the heightened state of awareness. But you got to activate this. I don't like the fact this would be better if it was a passive. Hey, Potty. Sorry if that's how you say it. If you're into PvP, focus on building more stamina for better dodge and gap closing. That's a good point. That is a good point. Stamina is high. I think these are my first few points, so we're not into the PvP just yet. But at the same time, I think there's some good points. I'm pretty sure, just the way the beta played, we should be leveling up quite quickly. So we should have a lot of points to play with on the get-go. But at the same time, there's a few other classes we're going to be spending points in for sure. So the way I'm building at the moment is just going through the main class, go through the other class, and we're just going to pick out the ones that I see as priority and that I like. Anything outside that will be a benefit, because I don't really like either of these. I don't like that retaliate. I need to activate. It's got a cooldown of 12 seconds. I'd like to think I've already killed the person. So PvP, it will be good. 100% PvP will be good. But in PvE, as we're clearing, as we're leveling, I don't like it because if the cooldown is 12 seconds, I've already killed the guy. For stem, I think you're adding a stem cost to light attacks. You might want as much stem as you can get. Well, if that's the case, I just didn't see the stamina issue early. That's all. Not like I said, it's not that it's not there. That is a huge damage increase. Which one? Oh, the retaliate. But I have to pick one, don't I? I got no choice. Because at the moment we've got the knee charge. We just love the knee charge. And then we've got the crippling strike. And then if we really wanted to, inspire yourself and your companions at greater heights, increase the damage of your melee attacks. But yeah, dancing of blades and inspiration does help for sure. Why can't I put points? That's why. He goes over there. For PvE might not be fun to use. Yeah. Long blade damage. So anyone use a sword? I didn't mind the sword. I think when you're doing the charge attack and you're holding the charge button, putting the sword on the enemy, charging it while it's sitting on the enemy. I'd probably like a charge as it's slicing. I don't know. I don't like I'd rather charge while it's holding him back rather than charging while he's holding it in front of him. Long blade damage. So we've got extra 10% on top of the long blade. So it's sort of forcing you down the path of long blades on top of your 5% you're getting down here. So not bad, not bad. Like I said, Eye of the Storm, didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. The damage, however, if you look at the level 1 damage, 20. So that's why it was shit. But as soon as you get to level 2, 65. Get to level 3, 140. So that could be a good ability in the end. Now, terrible. Level 1, shit. Don't touch it. You can damage through. I'll have a look. Because then that means we can probably drop the long blade. But yeah, like I said, the Eye of the Storm was terrible when I used it. Foil. You enter a heightened state of awareness, and when next attacked, that was a passive. That's what I love about that. You enter a heightened state of awareness, and when next attacked in melee, you parry and counterattack with a precise strike that damages the arm and numbs. Sorry, I thought it was meant to say limbs. Their arm and numbs them for a short period of time after damage output is reduced. So what you're saying that they can't use melee, and there's 120% weapon damage. Not bad. That's a great PvP one. Imagine that you turn up and you're stunned. You're stunned. You just got hit. There's so many bloody CC items. I believe they'll change the sword's attack pattern, especially since you can just spam dagger for unlimited stagger. Well, I was spamming dagger for unlimited the other day. I didn't get a stagger once. I don't know what. They didn't have a shield on. They were just sitting there shooting me with a dart gun, and I was just stabbing. Not one stagger. I was like, oh. Precise parry. When your blood is infused with a melange, like, apologize if I say that wrong, your parries expose additional weaknesses in the defense of the enemy. The ability to mitigate damage is decreased. Another PvP ability. I do want it. I will grab it, but I'm not going to grab it from early game. So I think we'll leave. So we forgot the will, the defense side. The spam has been removed. Oh, has it? So deflection, like I said, deflection is good. But we just got to get that so we can get the other reckless lunge. Lunging at an enemy will often provide them with an easy open to attack, but you have learned to turn lunge into an advantage. Sprint attacks provide bonus damage mitigation for a short while after a lunge. I didn't really care for that. Look, it may work a lot better than I think, but I just didn't see it happen. And then we've got bleed tolerance. So you have become harder to bleed due to a combination of training resistance. Bleeding status take a longer time to build on you. I don't think we ever got a massive bleed, did we? And then every time you attempt a difficult attack, like a sprint attack or a slow blade, you gain increased confidence, which reflects as damage and mitigation. So attempt, not that you complete, it's if you attempt. And this one is, as your training increases, you have learned to avoid being knocked around by enemy attacks. You can take more poise damage before being staggered. I do like that one. That's good. And then thrive on danger. When you are low on health, you regenerate health faster, receive less poise damage, and reduce all stamina costs for actions. 100%, that's a good one. That's a great one. They add the stam cost to it. The state of the beta is old build and chain stagger is removed and stamina costs added to basic attacks. I'm interested to see how much what the difference is between the beta and what's it called? And release. It'll be an interesting one. So we've just done our Swordmaster. Now, from our Swordmaster, the first class that we're going to get is going to give us any benefit. We're going to go Trooper. So we're going straight into the Trooper class and we'll start building out the Trooper. I think you'd still be staggered, but the cost of tax won't make it worth it. On that, is that the video? No, I've closed it down. The video I had up before, the one where I died, I hit that guy so many times with a dagger. I've got to get it back up again. Got to get it back up again. Where is it? Oops, I'm chatting the wrong one. Fire play. I need to change my description. Shorts. Watch how many times I hit this guy with a dagger. Oh, fuck. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he pushed me back. 9, 10, 11. Fuck, I'm spinning on top of a guy. Oh, he downed me. That was terrible. I'm dead. That was terrible. We don't want to do that again. Let's not watch that again. Where were we? Here. Thrive on dagger is a technique. Thrive on dagger. Who's got the thrive on dagger? Was it the... Oh, these are techniques, aren't they? Is it one of the left techniques or they techniques? If you want to go full melee, Bene Gesserit less tree has a good buff and health buffs in the right tree. Yeah, I don't want to go. To be honest, I like using the gun. I do enjoy the mix of the gun. We're definitely picking up the Shigarwire Claw. We need the Shigarwire. I actually really like the what's it called? The stun. Oh, the stagger, if you want to call it that. Oh, it is in the it's the right side. Just don't know who's got it. So now that we've unlocked the trooper, because the trooper is the first one we're unlocking, we get the Shiga. The anti-gravity field. This device when thrown uses a modified secondary phase Holtzman field to negate the effect of the gravity in a spherical area. You can use this. Did anyone find a good use of this other than climbing? And range damage. So I think it was the gunnery. Yeah, the gunnery. So damage. So range damage. So like I said, I like the gun. Every class will need Shig Claw to do general PvE stuff. Yeah, it's too good. It's too good. But you still have you got that that thing that goes on your belt that lets you jump to certain heights. So we've got range damage, center of mass. You've been taught to shoot where you're most. See, don't know if I like this one or not, because you've been taught to shoot where you're most likely to hit, and you do it by instinct, increasing damage that hits the body, but reducing damage via headshots. I found it quite easy to get headshots. So do you want to increase the body damage to 20% and decrease the headshot by 15? As in, how does that scale? How does that scale? As in, is the body now the same as a headshot, what it would have been? Or is it different? Oh, is that how they're moving so quickly across the desert when they jump? You think that for shotgun? That's a good point. Hey, Valeki. No, that's a good point. That's actually a good point. I didn't even think about that. Because, yeah, I do like the scattergun. The scattergun's good. Yeah, no, I think you're right there. Yeah, I didn't even think about it that way. But yeah, I use a shotty. Yeah, I'm a shotty player. You've just sold me on that ability. Disruptor damage. So obviously, if you're running disruptor, I'm not going to potentially use disruptor, so I'll stay away from it. Scattergun. So yes, 100%. So if you go up there, get the scattergun. Yeah, our damage is going. We're doing well now. Field maintenance. You know how to strip down and clean your weaponry, slowing the durability costs of firing weapons and tools in hostile environments. Look, I'm happy. To repair my stuff. Oh, but this is durability loss. Durability, actually, good point. Yeah, no, we do want to touch on that durability, because yeah, it's not the repair, it's the durability. Also unlock gunsmith and field maintenance on trooper. So where's gunsmith? And was that field? Oh yeah, so I got field maintenance. Yep, that's good. Which one was? And guns. Oh, yes, sweet. We're on it. I'm sitting here looking around. I'm literally sitting at it, looking at it. You're skilled in the repair of weapons and tools, reducing the maximum durability cost of each repair. Yeah, no, I agree. I think they're vital. There's nothing worse having to get a good weapon and then you got to craft it. And then energy. Oh, which one was this one? This was heavy weapon damage. Which one was that? The bigger the gun, the bigger the mess. You skill with weapons. Flamethrower, less gun. I'm guessing the less gun is going to be good. And Vulcan leaves some more damage when you use them. I haven't got them yet, so I'm not going to put points in them. But the energy capsule, was that the underslung agility? Oh, I missed this one. What was this? You trained yourself to move faster while using heavy weapons such as a flame. Nah, I'm good. You pop up energy capsule, which fills you with a concoction of neurostimulants and pain dampeners. You become detached, allowing better targeting and range damage. Range damage 50%. It depends on the weapon we've got. Purely, it depends on what weapon we've got. Can't shoot someone with a shield on, but good versus vehicles. I reckon in PvP, we're going to be seeing a lot of vehicles. There's going to be a few vehicles that are going to pop over. for sure. Just pull up this guy. So then we had the actually, we didn't go up this path. Battle hardened. The inexperienced and untrained will flinch at the heat of battle. Panicked and unable to remember their basic training. Trooper training prepares you for the realities of combat and allows you to use the abilities more often. Oh, so that's cooldown. Fuck yes. Apologies. I do like a cooldown. I do like a good cooldown. Explosive grenades. Oh, so did anyone use the grenades? Oh, look at the damage as they go up. 75 early on, but someone said, I was told that AoE isn't that good on the grenades. But that, I don't mind that at all from a damage perspective. Tractor field. Originally used as a training device to offset poor aim, the tractor field uses a modified Holtzman field to draw attacks towards its center. Attach it to an enemy, and any shot fired into the field will redirect into their center of mass. Whoa! That's I like that. That's good. 25-second cooldown. Goes for 8 seconds though, so whoever you're hitting, you're not going to miss. But you're not going to get the headshots though. You're literally going to center of mass. So you do want that. Where was it? Was it this one? Where was it? Where was the ability that moves? Must have been in the other one. We'll take that. No, it was this one. Yeah, it's this one. By getting center of mass and then a tractor field. That's going to be good. Nades are strong. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I was playing with a mate the other day, and he was up on the hill and he came over and he just launched a nade over and they just went disintegrated. So I did like it. But there's use cases for it, I guess. Use cases. And then we had reflexive reload. When your blood is saturated with melange, the actions that you have performed 1,000 times become effortless. Whenever you throw a grenade or drop a mine, you instantly reload the current weapon. Your hands moving before your mind can even think. Fair enough. The anti-gravity field. Suspensor dash. Your training with a suspensor allows you to manipulate the flow of the movement. Press the dash button while suspended. Perform mid-air dash. Good for traversing at the moment, I guess. When throwing, use a modified secondary phase Holtzman field to amplify the effect of the gravity in the spherical area. Use the sphere to slow enemies and drain their power or decrease the speed of projectiles. Not bad. I guess it's a type of play style that you. This is definitely a play style mechanic here. Whether you want to shoot people or you just want to play around with them. It would be good from a composition perspective if people have different builds. So, for example, someone's using a gravity field on someone, but you're doing more damage from a shotgun perspective. You can definitely see the benefit. So, on top of the tractor field, assault seeker. This way. You practice as a Spencer has taught you to how to position yourself in air to remain aerodynamic, reducing the power drain on your suspensor belt. Good if you go down this path. Death from above. While you suspend in the air, any attacks using weapons will have a damage bonus. Look at that damage bonus. See, the only problem I have, so that's a good increase, 25% increase on level 1. But the problem is if you're putting yourself in the air, you're making yourself a target. That's the way I see it. You're 100% just target friendly right there. What's this one? Collapse grenade. The device when thrown uses a modified secondary phase Holtzman field to attract anybody within the spherical area. Those inside the sphere are drawn together and temporarily stunned, leaving them open to your area of effect attacks. That's nice. So collapse grenade is good. Collapse grenade, explosive grenade. Job done. I think that would be a dangerous combo, I reckon. Those two. And then suspensor belt. You manipulate the suspensor, blah, 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 pushing enemies. Oh, hang on. forcing it to, you manipulate the suspensor field generated by your suspensor belt, forcing it to explode around you with extreme force, pushing enemies back, damaging them, and impairing their movement for a short time. You can hold the ability to increase their damage dealt and time the blast release. Abilities must be equipped, activated with ability bar. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave suspensor training out. Like, there's some nice stuff in there, but I think for my playstyle, I'll leave that out. Then we move on to our third class, planetologist, that we pick up. Now, we don't necessarily need to do it in order, but just for the sake of what we're doing now, we'll do it in order by class. Nades, like the ability that heavy NPCs use later in the beta. Is that with their shield and the machine gun? What was the other ability? They did something else. Remind me, I can't recall what that was. So when I saw the planetologist's abilities, like this got me excited straight away because I am a big, you're going to craft straight up. A whole passive tree is amazing. Just look at the passives. Just got passives. Passives for days. The bubble thing. What was it? What did he do? Because I remember he came out at me and I didn't know what happened. I thought I was dead. Somehow I got away and survived, but yeah, no, I remember. Can't remember. Straight up Cutter mining. Done. They charge it after you and hit them. I got a bigger delay on this screen than I do actually watching on this screen. I don't know why. So Cutter rerouting, tinkering with your power pack allows you to increase your recharge rate. That was another big one. When you're farming dew, you're harvesting dew, you want that power pack to go. Dew gathering, same again. So good. Bigger yield. What was this one? You develop an understanding of analysis mode mining with the Cutter, your bonus yields are increased. Oh, so just mining. So any mining. Is that it? Okay, yep, done. Overcharge. You have learned to push your power pack beyond its limits, allowing you to increase the maximum power. Done. Compaction. You've made minor adjustments to the way you compacted that improves the efficiency of resources. Done. And then when you focus your efforts, you can reduce the power drain of every action that you take. Techniques only take effect when equipped. I have to go on a harvesting spree to get that, so I wouldn't get that one just now. And then we had the suspensor pad. Don't need it now. Mountaineering. While climbing, reducing your stamina drain. Good. Okay, we're only going to respec if we need to get to a mountain we need to climb. You can now create skin charts of the areas revealed by your surveys. Create skin charts from the map screen, but you will require a blank skin chart in your inventory. Now, I don't know what a skin chart is. Maybe that's something I can have a look at. What is a skin chart? Skin chart. Dune Awakening. No one's got nothing for me. Dead in the water. If you're doing PvP, you probably won't be using many points in Planetologist. Yeah, I think because you can respec, right? I think for early on, I think this is very... Agree, 100% if you're doing PvP. But I think if we're respecing, and if you can get 200 points, I think, yeah, definitely grabbing this stuff. When you launched a probe into the air... So if it's exactly, let's just say, argument's sake, if it's exactly like a probe, I don't think it's that important. But then we've got the still suit. Still suit. Though you have no formal training with the still suit, you've adjusted several seals and tabs that must be properly fitted for the suit to act with optimal efficiency. Your water reclamation while wearing a steel suit is improved. 105, 110, 115%. It's not bad, but it means I have to get those two. and scanner mastery. Yeah, become proficient with the hand scanner, improving the range of the detection. I don't mind. The hand scanner is actually not bad. In some games where you get a scanner, you're like, I'm not going to bother. Like, it's just a waste of time. I can see there's a node there. I'll just go farm the node. But the scanner is actually quite nice. It's a 3-day respec timer. Oh, you can give it to other people. Gotcha. Oh, okay. I get you, silly. Look, the 3-day respec timer. I think I'm 3-day respec timer. So in other words, you got to level up quick enough so you don't have to worry about respecking. I'm hoping I have enough points. I'll keep building. I'll keep beating and see where we go and see how many points this is going to cost me. It might not cost me a lot, and I'll have it before level 60. Because at this stage, I'm not touching them, Explorer. Through research and field experience, you've learned to recognize the density of the spice bed with surveys. The ability is most used. Wow. That's actually pretty good, but not used till later in the game, so I don't need it now. Vehicle repairer. Don't need that now. Like, I get the durability thing, but vehicles are quite easy. Applying your understanding of structural and mineral composition, heavy vehicle machinery results in a larger resource yield. That will be good when we get there. Fuel efficient driver. Or drive ground cars that taught several techniques of fuel conservation with exploring that applies to all types of ground vehicles. We'll take it. Oh, hang on. I can't take it without that one. Vehicle scanning. Improving the range of detection. Fuel efficient. This applies to all types of... Oh. So we probably do want the fuel efficiency, to be honest. Sand cooler yield. I probably... What's this last one? Heat management. While under the influence of large amounts of melange, you can just instinctively sense where and how to shift a vehicle to reduce heat buildup. So I do want all of them, actually. I do. And look, these are all level 1, so I know I'm not necessarily hitting max level just yet, all level 1s. I've still got abilities, techniques that I need to apply. So we're going to go to the Plantologist. All right, now all we've got left now is the Mentat and the Bene Gesserit. I think we'll go Mentat first. Hey, Stephen, do you like PvP or just wanting to focus on PV? Look, I like both. I'm a big fan of both. I think, so early on, while we're leveling, just getting through that leveling process while we're getting through the first 2 acts, I definitely want to I'll be focusing on the PvE aspect, getting all our stuff so we can create the base, so we can build all weapons. I'm a big min-maxer, so I want to make sure that we have the best of the best. And then if we lose it, it's not a big deal. We've done the work to ensure that we're strong, we've got everything we need, and then go all out PvP. There's nothing worse when you lose something and you can't go back and get it again. So just setting up the foundations. But yeah, hopefully by the time we get to PvP, we have a nice balance. But we'll see how we go. Mentat. Man, I haven't really looked at the Mentat class at all. Because I know everyone's loving the Sentinel. Sentinel seems like a big job. What is it? But damage-wise, it does 25. Duration's 15 seconds is pretty good. Even though it's damage 25, it would be nice to know what the speed is. What is it? DPS. Rather than just damage. Cover field trigger a second time to activate. Abilities must be equipped and activated by ability bar. So look, I'll grab it, but let's we'll see how we go. All good, Marty. Ranged damage. Use the considerable mental prowess to calculate the most impactful trajectories of the darts, increasing your damage with all ranged weapons. So this is going to increase our range again by another 5%. We want that. Turrets does shoot kind of slow. Oh, do they? Really? They're good for solo dungeoning. Do they take... Oh, there's the other question. Do these take aggro as well? As in the durability of these things, do they pick up aggro and then are they hard to kill? I'm planning on a high mobility focused shotgun disruptor style build. Nice. I like it, Stephen. I like it. What I have noticed, there's a few different builds that people can definitely pick up. I think, there's a few options there. I feel limited, but then like there's a build there that I like the idea of the grenade. But I'm going melee and scattergun. So whatever helps me with a melee and scattergun. From a range perspective, there's probably some guns we haven't seen yet, but I think I will. From a third option, I do like the ranged, but we'll see how many points we get and where we can put the points first. But like I said, focus, melee, and scattergun, my big ones. You're able to spot flaws in the garment, and this allows you to reinforce it, preventing wear and tear. Your garments maintain their durability for longer. Any durability loss passive is fantastic. Look, any passive. To be honest, I'd pick up any passive. It's just some passive might not be applicable to me. Pistol damage. Hand-fired weapons are usually lethal the further away they are, but you use the mental training to optimize your shots. All damage with pistol-style weapons such as the Maul pistol and the Rafik subnose is increased. That's not bad. Not bad. Tailoring. You reduce the maximum durability damage to repair would cause. That's good. That's actually very good. I don't think NPCs attack them. Spewing. I'm going rifle disruptor, but might try sniper instead of rifle. Yeah, I do. I didn't mind the sniper. I don't mind a sniper because I'm one of those guys that will sit back. There's so many outposts and stuff that you need to pick off. It's easier to pick off rather than just charging in there. I picked that, but I don't know what it was. When you're an expert in focusing on the most vulnerable part of the human body, the head. However, your training to hit this smaller target has actually made you worse at putting darts into the center of the gravity. Your headshot damage is increased, but your body shot damage is decreased. Interesting. I didn't realize it had this ability because I picked the other one where it's the opposite, where there's more damage to the body. Just take some out. Yeah, I agree. So this one would cancel out the other one that I have. Oh, but I do like because in my mind you do by default you do more damage by headshot. So by doing this you get even more damage. So you could essentially one tap people. That's one thing I probably would like to test. See if you can one tap people using the marksman. Oh, that would be nice. That would be nice. I'll add, like I said, it's third on my list. I can't do it. Just because it's third. You have learned to observe your enemies and predict their weaknesses based on 1,000 miniature. What does it? Minutai. When you damage an unshielded enemy with a ranged weapon, the hit location becomes a weak point where you can target to increase the damage of the subsequent attacks. Only one weak point may be visible at a time. I wonder how that looks. Range damage 50%. That's actually very good. I like it. Imagine that. You pick that up. That's very good. Imagine you made the head the weakness. Rifle damage. Learning to overcome the drop in the trajectory that occurs with firing rifles along range. You have increased your lethality with rifles such as the Karpov, Jabals. All damage of these weapons is increased. Yeah. Who's this? The Mentat. He's a sniper and a half, isn't he? And then shield overcharge. When your blood is saturated with a melange, any ranged attack on a shield will reveal a vulnerability in the Holtzman shield. Continual attacks against the vulnerability will overcharge enemy shield, causing it to drain their power pack more quickly. Yes. Who doesn't want to be a sniper? You think it's a white glow spot? It'd be good to see. This is a great mental calculus. This is a great tree for a sniper, isn't it? Like, if I don't like my build, I think this is where I'll be going next. 100%. I think it's straight into this tree. It looks fun. It looks like you could do a lot of damage if you got a good sniper too. And then we've got Poison a Capsule. You have a hidden dart dispenser that fires off a Specially prepared capsule filled with poisonous spores. On impact, the cloud poison spores appears building poison. Abilities, I wonder if that's AoE. Abilities must be equipped, activated with ability bar. Cooldown, duration, damage. Damage is low, but it's a dot. It is a dot, and dots are good. Fires off specifically prepared capsule filled with poisonous spores. Yeah, I want to know if that's AoE or not. So then we've got Poison Mine. You can place a remotely triggered mine that once triggered releases a cloud of poisonous spores, sacking poison on all who stand within. Abilities must be equipped with activated from the ability bar. So same again, just another poison. Headshot damage. As you train your ranged weapons, you become more proficient at shooting the vulnerable parts of the human body. The headshot damage is increased. Wow. It's a large cloud. Oh, well, that's good. That definitely will be beneficial. It's just more of it's a small dot. What does it accumulate to? So we've got, where's my calculator? What's 8 times 3? 16, 32. 34. Is that right? So not, no, I'm a fucking idiot. 8 times 3, 34. Why can't I think maths in my right now? It's 28, is it? Yeah, 24, fucking 34, dickhead. Headshot damage. So headshot damage, look, if you're going down this mental calculus, pick up headshot damage and then assassin shot. What's this? It's like forcing me to go down. I'm a silly goose. Assassin shot. You do not squander an advantage of battle. Ever you deal additional damage to your enemies when they're shooting them in the back. Can you shoot him in the? Do you have to shoot him in the back, or if you shoot him in the head, do you get this damage, like in the back of the head? Can you get this on top of headshot damage? Poison Tooth. Installed by a suck doctor, you can activate the Poison Tooth when down in combat, causing a cloud of poison mist. It damages you as well. Look, I get it, but I wouldn't touch it. And Stunner. You have a hidden dart dispenser that fires off a specifically prepared sedative tip dart. On impact, the dart stuns enemy, locking their muscles and rendering them unable to move. How long does that last? Duration 6 seconds. That's actually pretty good. That's very good. It just sucks that you got to go through here to get to there. That's awesome. That's really good. There's a lot of CC in here that people pretty much want. I can see 2 CCs and just 1 big attack. And then all your base damage is just dealt. And then what's this one? Hunter Seeker. Is that Harry Potter? You have been trained in the use of the Hunter Seeker, a specialized assassination device used to kill enemies without causing alarm. You pilot a thin silver or a sliver of metal that when it strikes burrows inside the arteries of the enemy and causes them some incredible pain and often instant death. You're vulnerable while piloting the device. Oh. Damage 1,200. Wow. That's a good ability. That's a very good ability. I wonder what you look like when you're vulnerable. Like you're just standing there. And how long does it go for? Cooldown 60 seconds. How long can you pilot for? Like, is it hard? Is it easy? Wow. That's massive. And Shield Wall. You deploy a half-height Holtzman shield that provides cover during combat for you and your allies. It will also slow enemies who attempt to pass through it, giving you time to take them down. So it must be a big wall. I guess your tank, if you set up a tank. Solido decoy. Use a miniature Solido projector to project a near perfect image of yourself onto the battlefield. Triggering again will force the projection to move forward, falling enemies and attacking. That's actually pretty cool. I do like that. Gravity Mine. The mine, when triggered, uses a modified secondary phase You use the sphere to slow enemies and drain their power or decrease the speed of their projectiles. Not bad, not bad. Anti-gravity mine ability. You can use the sphere to lift enemies or prevent 4 damage during traversal. And then Iron Will. You have developed such a strong sense of self that you are able to alter your thought patterns and avoid the manipulations of the Bene Gesserit voice at the cost of stamina, at least those of lesser practitioners. Oh, and that's who we got next, is the last of the Bene Gesserit. It's definitely good to have this in your backup. And then source of power. You place a powerful generator that continuously regenerates power by the nearby allies. The device uses a form of nuclear fission. It is small enough to be safe, provided that is given adequate time to cool. I wonder what that's used for necessarily. I think Iron Will. I think some of these abilities are good. I really like the Solido decoy. I'm not going to put, I don't need these. These are more like a nice to have. So I'll just go to the Bene Gesserit and see what they got, because I still have 1 technique slot and 1 ability to put in yet. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't want to necessarily waste a slot just for it, because, and we'll see what ability it is, because what that's doing is that we're necessarily automatically saying that we're got this ability on our bar already. But last class. We've spent 49 points so far. I need a water. Do I have any water in here? Nope, no water. So first ability recover. We'll start on the left. Bindu Sprint. Everyone wants a Bindu Sprint. I don't know if it's as important as it is important in PvP, but not as important as soon as you get cars. But you override your nervous system and musculature with an immense surge of activity, allowing you to run forward at an incredible speed. So I do like that. I do like it. Then we got blade damage again. You know exactly where to do strike the blade additional damage. So that's just standard blade damage, long and short. So I'm going to go that way because we want the extra blade damage. Manipulate instability. Once your enemy is stunned, staggered, or knocked back, you strike an invulnerable nerve, ending causes more damage. It's only 10%, and they need to be staggered. Short blade damage, so we've got more damage on the short blades. Weeding step. Combine the voice of, I've heard this has been decent. Combining the voice and a limited form of Bindu Sprint. You force a single enemy to ignore you while moving with superhuman speed behind them. But unless there's a backstab that's going to kill them straight away, I don't necessarily think I need this right now. However, the Mentat had the behind ability. I do want to know which one was it? Was it the Mentat? I'm sure it was the Mentat. It's definitely the Mentat. Something about going behind. Either way, you get a bonus from going behind. And I said if it was this one, assassination shot. So the assassination shot gives you an extra 15% versus, along with a weeding step, you might be able to do something there. Hey, he's back. Welcome back. We're the last class, Marty. We're in the last class and then we're going to bed. So, look, I don't mind this, but not now. Now, Prana Bindu strikes. You tap into your training and deliver a rapid series of powerful, painful strikes to enemies. The attack leaves them temporarily staggered. Abilities must be equipped and activated. The stagger's good. The stagger's very good. There's something to what was the stagger ability? It was this one, manipulate instability. So if they're staggered, then you deal more damage. It might be a path. Let's have a look. And then when you spice permeates bloodstream, you become able to combine a Prana Bindu training with the limited ability to see the future after successful parry, dart, and blade attacks pass through. It's not bad, actually. Then we've got Compel. You use the voice to force a target to your position from afar. Voice abilities require a short period for you to register your opponent before they can be used. Require a short period. Oh, I don't like the fact that they require a short period. How long? 1.5 seconds to channel. Ignore. Use a voice to force a target to ignore you. For a short while, they will act as if you're completely invisible. Voice abilities require a short period of you to register your opponent before you can be used. How long? Doesn't say. Voice training. Your rigorous training with a voice allows you to reduce the time between uses. 8%, 16%. Cooldowns, 35 seconds. It's a big cooldown. Stop. Use the voice to stop your enemy from performing any actions for a brief period. Voice abilities require a short period for you to register your opponent. Abilities must be equipped. I'd like to try these because that could be dangerous. 5 seconds. So you're telling me you can stop someone for 5 seconds? Rapid register. The voice only works on targets who have been registered. The technique allows you to focus on registering opponents more quickly in order to use the voice faster. That definitely helps. Voice channel time, 30 seconds quicker. And then the voice screech. When you enough spice permit, your voice becomes more powerful, causing those around you, your registered target, to stagger under the force of the commands. Oh, so this is Ben Gesserit. So you could really... That's why you need that other one. Like these literally, if you don't have that other ability from the Mentat, get Iron Will, the Ben Gesserit could absolutely annihilate you. But at the same time, if you've got Iron Will and you got enough stamina, the Ben Gesserit is going to really struggle with the voice, aren't they? So very good, but at the same time can be stopped. So Weeding Step is very strong because it stuns the target and you can teleport quite far, meaning you can be running away and then suddenly be behind someone and have plenty of time to line up a headshot. So Weeding... let me read that again so I can comprehend for the dumb people in the room. Weeding Step is very strong because it stuns the target and can teleport. Oh, does it stun the target? When the voice and a limited form Bindu sprint, you force a single enemy to ignore you while moving the superhuman. And can teleport you quite far, meaning you can be running away and suddenly be behind someone and have plenty of time to line up a headshot. I'm actually thinking about adding more points to this tree as my next step, because after I read this, that will be the end of my tree. And at the moment, for my last few abilities, it is either coming down the Solido decoy, because I do like the idea of that. And it was the Iron Will. So these two as my last two abilities, but we'll see how we go. And the last lot, so recovery. You're able to heal your body more effectively after suffering catastrophic injury, regenerating health to a higher threshold than normal. Yeah, I do like that. You can use your own body to effectively heal catastrophic damage, improving both the rate of the healing curves, healing regen limit. Oh, that's nice. I might be going that one. Sun tolerance. We're definitely getting sun tolerance. Healing effectiveness, 100%. Poison tolerance, done. I'm going to have to get the trauma recovery, aren't I? Healing and regen limit. Very good. Vitality. Oh, max health gone up. Poise damage reduction. Done. Metabolize poison. Poison status stacks removed per duration. Done. 100%. I hate poison. If there's anything in the game I hate poison, and when I'm poisoned, it's just disgusting. And listening against fear. Reciting the litany aloud will instantly hearten any allies nearby, as well as providing you with the strength to push through almost any attacks. You and your allies will have boost damage mitigation and stagger resistance for the duration. Immune to poison while on spice? That will be good. Oh, so I've just picked up all these bloody techniques. I can't use all those techniques. Because, the other one I did like was the Sword Master. Is the inspiration. Do we get inspiration? Just become a beast. Increasing blade damage by 25%. No, it's not blade damage that I necessarily want to increase versus you got the weeding step. No, versus who was the other one? Solido decoy. Oh. It's tight. It's like, do I get a defensive ability or do I get an attacking ability? Because on my idea for this one now, I've got inspiration. I've got tapping the train to deliver a rapid series of powerful, painful strikes to the enemies. This attack leaves them temporarily staggered. I do like the stagger, but I do like jumping around them, behind them, versus Solido decoy. Shiprekt Claw is a must in my opinion. Oh, you're right. I don't even have it on my bar. Why don't I have it on my bar? Wow. Okay, that solved all problems. And then I think the Ben Gesserit, I think we're just going to go. This one was the reduced poise damage versus metabolized poison. I think that one. I know I'm an idiot. But I think for now, 63 points in. Is it a point per... Where was the XP table? Skill points. Yeah, it's 1 point per level. So if we go back to the skill builder, it's probably gone now. Oh, my goodness. Lucky this is on YouTube. You fucking... Oh. Why did it say before, but it's not there now? It's all right. We'll go back. We'll go back and we'll watch that. Why didn't it save this time? Probably because you got to sign in. But yeah, well, I don't know. Anyway, that's a story for another day. But either way, I think, as I was saying, just use your build. I like my build. So either what I was saying. But what's your build again? Send a link if you got it. But what did you say you're doing in your build? Because so my build is definitely for a scattergun and a blade. So we're built for scattergun and blade. I really do like the sniper because the sniper would mitigate a lot of the Ben Gesserit. Depending on the range, the sniper gets out of poison and all that other rubbish. So I do like that as a third backup. I plan to get all my mobility first, Bindu Sprint and Shiga Wire Claw and a knee charge. You can use all three of those to get momentum and then hold the momentum with your suspensor to fly around the map. As a, just to get around, so not PvP, Stephen, just to get around. Because, I had the knee charge, I got the claw. There's definitely some benefits there. Latest swap Bindu Sprint with Weirding Step. Yeah, I can see there's a few different, from going through it, I can definitely see a few different builds. You got the poison, the dot builds, but I think the dot builds might be a bit slow. I spec'd out a level 200 in Discord, might do an early level 60 build. Wow, you went all that way. Yeah, so what I built there was level 63 or level 64. So we should be able to achieve that. That's not a problem. And like I said, you can still keep unlocking. So that's the positive. But I think next one is, I think that's the build I want to run leveling, and then I think there's a PvP build that we have to tap into. I can think linking my build. I have 1 point left over, and I can't decide on it, but pretty locked in. Yeah, send it through, Steven. Send it through. I'll be interested to see what other people are building, because once it's narrowed down to what you can build only, then you can go, okay, well, how you can see it better of how it's going to work, rather than having a wide selection. Yeah, for sure. You need a trainer to upgrade skill points past 1 point. Keep in mind, you need a trainer to upgrade skills past 1 point. Yes. But I'm going to unlock. I'm going to unlock all trainers. Everyone's going to know my name by then. No, that won't be a drama. Other than that, so we've got so tomorrow I'm going to just finalize, just clean this up just one more time, do another run through the guide, the leveling glide. We know how circuits work now. And then we've got to build. So look, we've achieved a fair bit. If you're not already, because I don't know who's watching, there's the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, I should have put it in the description below, but I haven't. I might do that I might do that tomorrow as well. But if you want to jump in the Discord, feel free. And then we'll I'm going to share that in this guide in the Discord, and then we'll figure out what we're doing for the rest of the week. But yeah, maybe sweet. Thanks, mate. We'll go through what we're going through the rest of the week. We've got who are we got? We got. Do I have it open? Where is it? I'll just share. Google Forms. How many do we have signed up? 22. So just give me an idea. Just pull this across. So right now we've got 20 people. There's a few more people that I know haven't signed up yet. And we accidentally got a New Zealand in here. I fixed that when I found it. But at the moment we've got 22 signed up. Majority of them are in Australia. Majority of people are joining on the 5th as well, which is good. Include me on being a sweat for the 12 plus hours per day. Majority of people got the 4 to 8 hours, but there's a good mix across the board. Whole lot of people that are happy to play group or either. But yeah, so got a good mix of people. We do want to get this to a 32. 32 are strong applicants, so that's what we're working on for the rest of the week as well. But look, outside of that, I think that's it for tonight. And Stephen, I'll check out your build tomorrow and have a go through that and see what you got. And Mighty, send me yours if you haven't already. I'll check out that one as well. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. See you guys.